Now, as for the projection to safety, I'm not totally convinced it will work. I think it's a worthwhile idea. But in watching Taron Johnson through the years, he's never been a player that I felt was more comfortable as routes elongate down the field. When he has to carry routes, I felt like he gave up separation. And so now you want to start to play him in deeper zones in a position that he's really never done. It's not like he sometimes played safety for the Bills. He didn't. He was a slot corner. And like Brandon Beane said, a lot of times a linebacker. And you might say, well, maybe he can be more of a box safety. Well, I feel like that's where you want to play Cole Bishop. And I want to have a player next to Cole Bishop that complements Cole Bishop. And I think the way you do that is by having a guy that can play in deeper zones. I'm not totally convinced Taron Johnson is going to be that guy. Plus, you have to remember fitting the run. The angles are very different from depth than they are from the slot. And so I'm concerned about the transition. I'm not convinced it will work. I think it's a worthwhile idea to consider, but I don't think it's a slam dunk. Here's the other part of that. I don't think it's a slam dunk for him to play in the slot either. I think the last couple of years, you've seen the age on Taron Johnson. And I think that is somewhat of a consequence of how they've asked him to play as a quasi linebacker, fitting the run, taking on blocks, being in the box quite a bit. So I think as a consequence of that, his decline may be accelerated. So this is about salvaging Taron Johnson.